Hello friends, welcome back to Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. We'll be starting this episode with a level up. Alright, so we are level 4 now. We can choose a new ability. Break the ranks, the officer increases damage dealt by an ally during the next turn by officer's fellowship bonus and twice this value against their armor for each enemy within that ally's influence. Take aim, the officer grants an ally 10 plus officer's willpower bonus, hit chance on their next attack and voice a command. Target ally gains 2 morale for 1 round. The officer ignores distance and line of sight when using their abilities on that ally. Alright. I think I'm going to take voice of command. Okay, I can now take a talent. Combat morale, cohesion. If under turn the character increases morale of 3 characters, themselves included, the character gains 2 morale and 4 movement points. Encouraging presence. Whenever the character ends a turn while adjacent to another, both gain +1 morale. This is decent. These are origin talents, I think. The noble and the rallies gain 4% bonus to hit chance against non-disposable enemies. This bonus is double against the enemy commander. Interesting. Noble's damage dealt is increased by 15 plus noble's morale minus enemy's morale. Personal retinue. Imperium Noble Triumph of the Worthy. Whenever the noble or any ally within their influence kills a non-disposable enemy, the noble gains +1 morale. And these are officer talents. Commanding boys, the range of all non-attacking observers. This is very good. If the officer removes any number of damage over time, critical stages, or broken effects from target ally, the ally gains 1 morale for each effect removed this way. Lydia's Soul, the officer's base morale increased by 0. The base morale of all the allies increased by 1. Personal oversight. If the officer granting the ally an extra turn, the target has 2 movement points each turn and gains 1 morale at the start of each turn for the rest of combat. Ooh! That's very good too. Seize the initiative and an ally under the effect of the officer's ability kills an enemy for the first time on that turn. The officer gains 1 morale. The officer instead gains 2 morale the first time in combat if all allies have triggered the effect. Tactical preparation. On the officer's turn, the cost of their first non-attacking ability is reduced by 1 action point. Not that good. The officer suffers minus 4% less damage for each ally adjacent to them. Decent. So it's either commanding voice, confidence command, Lydia's sword. I'm gonna take Lydia's sword. The officer's base morale increased by 3. The base morale of all the allies increased by 1. Yeah. Alright. Okay, Imar. Dash. The soldier dashes up to 3 cells in the selected direction, does not provoke attacks of opportunity, can move through allies and enemies but not through obstacles, explore surroundings until the start of their next turn. While the soldier is in cover, attacks made against them automatically hit their cover. Damage dealt to it is increased by 50%. And rebel in slaughter. Until the end of the turn, the soldier deals plus 20 plus 2 or agility bonus. Multiply with agility bonus more ranged damage to enemies within the soldier's influence. I want to take dash. Alright. Finishing shot. The last shot in a burst deals 8 plus agility bonus. More damage. Interdiction. If a target is hit by a rate of fire, divide by 2 or more shots from a burst attack must pass a strength test with a plus 3 bonus or become immobilized. Overdrive. The character's burst attacks gain plus 20% rate of fire. Defense every time he throws a grenade. The fragment appears in the same slot. Huh. Interesting. At the start of this turn, Hammer regains wounds. Alright, chosen target. Holding position. Master marksman. Can make attacks with a 200 range weapon while melee range. Precision fire. Alright, I'm going to go with overdrive because rate of fire is very important for Hammer. Alright, Epion. Dash. I'm going to take dash again. Epion's range area attacks have a chance to hit any body part without aiming for any part in particular. They also have a chance to inflict critical effects while doing so. Interesting. If an enemy enters Epion's melee range, she automatically uses her Chirurgeon Scalpel Claw Strike ability against that enemy for 0 AP. Epion's left hand slot must be free of any one-handed weapons. This ability may be used once per round. Medic kits cost 1 action point less to use. Healing provided by combat surgery is increased. Self-surgery. I don't really like to play defensively. Each time the soldier's burst shot hits the same target, it deals more damage. Defense. Okay, these are the same ability as Hammer. For each cell the character moves through between the start and the end of the turn, they gain +1 to weapon skill and ballistic skill. This effect ends at the start. Okay. The character can start combat adjacent to enemies. Alright. The character cannot be immobilized and is immune to movement points reduction from any source. Interesting. I'm going to go with experimental utilization. Sorrow. Molten Beam. This psychic power targets all units in a 5-cell line with a beam of searing flames, dealing 4 multiplied with willpower plus target's level points of burning damage. All affected units must pass an agility test, a -2 multiplied by Psychic's perception bonus penalty, or suffer additional damage to their armor durability. Until the start of the Psychic's next turn, the target unit gains damage reduction and armor durability. Telekinetic Dome. The Psychic concentrates on creating a telekinetic dome battlefield with a force or radius lasting until the end of combat, or until the Psychic decides to move the dome to another area. All units inside the dome gain defense against range attacks from outside the dome's area of effect. It's between these two, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go with the telekinetic dome. What else do we have? Attack debuff, easy prey, allies get 11 bonus to skill tests. Evil taunt, whenever the character successfully defends against an enemy attack or it misses, they inflict suppression. Target suffers hit chance penalty for 1 round. Inflicted suppression repeatedly prolongs the effect by 1 round and reduces morale by 1. Alright. Feebleness. The suppression penalty also applies to damage dealt by the character. Mystic. After the Mystic uses psychic power, they can move through allies and enemies. Immaterium currents. 1 AP if will degradation is 12 or more. Well, I don't want my will degradation to be so high, so... Implicit threat. If the Mystic uses a psychic power while in cover, target's resistance tenacity are reduced until the end of the Mystic's turn. Inevitability. Taking psychic powers deal more damage from a distance of 6 cells or further. This is decent. Otherworldly gaze. The psychic power with a range of 2 or more cells have the range increased. Oh, this is even better. Range is everything that has increased range is great. Force weapon, not interested. Soul bonds. At the start of the Mystic's turn, build degradation is changed, increased or reduced by an amount equal to the Mystic's morale. No thank you. Blazing Mind. If the Psyker is burning, no thank you. Burning Blood. Whenever the Psyker uses psychic power, all enemies suffer will degradation damage. The same effect triggers when the Psyker suffers damage from melee attacks, burning or bleeding. Burning Rage. The Psyker suffers less burning damage and deals more damage with their attacks. This is decent. Heart of Flame. 2 morale and 1 AP. No. Saturating Flame. At the start of the turn, the Psyker gains 1.1 defense for every burning unit. This is good. Oh no. No thank you. This is good. Decent. I won't be using Xaro in melee. Decent. No, whenever the psyker inflicts a negative effect or is assailed, the enemy closest to that target that is not assailed must pass a strength test or become assailed. Interesting. Unstoppable force. More damage. With psychic powers and solid projectile weapons. Interesting. This is good too. I think I'm going to go with range first and then we'll upgrade our damage. But range is important. Cog. A warrior marks an enemy until the start of the warrior's next turn. They gain 2 multiply with toughness bonus defense against that enemy's attacks and deal more damage to that enemy. The warrior's melee attacks did 12% more damage, however targets of the warrior's attack will perform a counterattack. Ooh. Oh no. No. Slash. The warrior dashes through a target to the cell on its opposite side, making an attack against it that deals 35 plus 5 multiplied with agility bonus damage. Can be used agility bonus divided by 3 times per turn, but only once per target per turn. Does not expand CP. Slash seems very good. I'm going to get a sword enemy. And the character's melee damage is increased. The character gains plus 3 defense. 31%. Oh, this is very good. All enemies within can suffer minus 13 willpower penalty. Whenever they fail a willpower, they suffer minus 1 morale. This is good too. Because Ogrin Cog will be most of the time will be surrounded by enemies. Rampage. Bulgrin's Ram. Cog can move through cells occupied by enemies smaller than him, dealing 12 damage to them. He cannot finish his turn on an unoccupied cell. Whenever Cog starts his turn with an ally within his influence, gains 2 morale and 32 willpower. Armor Expert. Damage dealt to the warrior's armor is reduced by half. The warrior's first melee attack on their turn, except charge, does not spend movement points. What? That's gotta be a type or something, because attacks usually require action points, not movement points. Combat hardened. The warrior automatically passes the first 6. Alright, hand to hand. Impressive constitution. Alright. I think I'm going to go with heavy armor. Also, this is also decent. This is good too. Alright, I'm going to go with heavy armor. Alright. Now let's see if we have any upgrades. Nope. I think this is better. Alright, weapons. Nothing that you can use. Heavy stabber. Destructing flamer. There you go. Okay, this is a flamer and this is a shotgun. Autogun, brutal shotgun. Yeah, this seems to be better. Alright. Yes. Great hammer. Alright, it's the same thing. There you go. No accessories. Let's sell everything else. Alright. Alright. I'm keeping this. Alright. Sacred sandals. The psychic powers used by the wearer deal degradation more damage. Oh. Okay. What's this? The Reaper. Sniper boots. Ooh, these are good too. Deadly Idumea sniper rifle. This weapon does additional vital damage whenever the wielder kills an enemy with this weapon. Sure, why not? Oh, I need, what do I need? I can't buy this, right? Yeah, I can't buy this. I think I need 10 reputation. What's this? I don't need this. Green heavy bolter. Alright, let's buy this and equip them. Perfect. Alright. Our next mission is to talk to Stonehead, Hermit Rotten Fish, and the head of the divers. The head of the divers to learn about the Rotten Fish location, and then with Stonehead. Oh, there's a bunch of loot here. Oh, forgot about you. Coming Doom, the Wayseeker and allies under the effects of guidance gain perception bonus, vital damage, and 10 plus target morale hit chance for 1 round. Telekinetic way of the attainable. For 1 round, all attacks against the Wayseeker and their allies under the effects of guidance are made with 10 plus targets morale minus 10 plus targets morale penalty to hit chance. Huh. I'm going to get the way of the unattainable. After the guidance allies are still considered guided. They do not retain the benefits of the effect. Impartiality. For power circuit allies, the Wayseeker ignores negative morale, treating their morale as 0 or higher. For power targeting enemies, ignores positive morale. Dual wielding specialist. If the second weapon attack in a turn is of the same type as the first one, its hit chance is increased. If it is of a different type, the target's defense is reduced by I-18. Follow-up blow. The single attack is 18% more damage. Alright, what else do we have? Okay, foregone conclusion. The character's next precise attack made after using a psychic ability disturbs and costs when it does not stack. Oh, this is good. Imminent launch. Character's precise attacks ignore 15 damage reduction and defense. Allies around Latin gain perception, increase bonus to all skill tests. No, thank you. Telekinetic echo. Shield of suffering. No. No. No, I think I'm going to take foregone conclusion. Alright. Oh. Let's talk with Inquisitor Millicentilia first. See what she has to say. Oh. Wait. What's this? Oh. A strange imprint on natural spherical in shape. The xenos turned out to be an ally. Traces of fading psychic force activity detected. Changing scan mode to construct a hollow projection based on residual particles not suitable for standard visual analysis. Alright, what's this? Spherical imprints invisible to the human eye have been found at the excavation site, manifesting themselves in the servo system's particular wave radiation. The source of the tracks and their purpose could not be identified. Measurable characteristics: perfectly round sphere with a radius of 1.8 meters. Companion is willing to offer assessment. What a bizarre mark. It is as if real space itself split at the seams and then an unknown force repaired the tear, leaving a thin suture. The psyker believes the mark was once a rift in real space, now perfectly stitched back together by an unknown force. Latif doesn't have anything to say? Oh, he does. I hear a song almost ready to whisper, the funeral lament of a consciousness once trapped within the spheres and now almost turned to nothingness. The Eldari senses the echo of another's consciousness once imprisoned within the spheres, but nearly dissolved over time. Wow. That's interesting. So this wasn't visible the first time when we searched the excavation site, but after we leveled up, it became visible. Alright. Oh? Nice. Flame Shroud. At the start of the turn, the wearer's armor durability is increased by willpower bonus divided by 2 for each burning unit in combat. Lasts until the start of the wearer's next turn. Ooh. This is good for Sorrow, I think. Yep. Alright. This is Inquisitor Melisentinia. Do you have anything to report? I came across a group of wretches who attacked an agent of Sister Septima. Were you the one who gave them weapons? Melisentilia gives you a reserved smile. You must be confused. I would never cross an honorable sister tasked with providing counsel to the Tyrantine cabal. That would be ill-considered of me. Wouldn't you agree? Epione touches your elbow and pointedly shakes her head, urging you to drop the subject. I found this Ogrin in Maris Fortum. It seems he was assigned to the Fusiliers, but his unit was destroyed. I will give him into your custody now if you approve. The Inquisitor looks at you accusingly. You want me to see to all the formalities on your behalf? Disabuse yourself of that notion, acolyte. If you wish to make use of an Ogrin, you can handle arrangements with the Administratum in your own personal time. I want to discuss the missing expedition. What are you trying to dig up? Melisentilia hesitates before answering, then begins to speak with apparent caution. Calixis was once home to many ancient civilizations in the times before the Angevin Crusade and the great extermination of the enemies of humanity. She glances around at the deserted excavation site, and yet traces of this civilization still rest in the bowels of the earth. There is a supposition that secret knowledge lies with them that could help us survive the fight against the Tyrant Star. For the first time, something other than grim focus shows on the Inquisitor's face, exhaustion. And now, acolyte, for your own good, bury everything you've just heard in the deepest recesses of your mind. Why not simply hire a new expedition team? Until we've established why the previous one disappeared, I would be risking not only the lives of my people, but the success of any future operations in this area. I thought that would be obvious. How will I recognize your workers? Even you can tell the difference between a tech priest and a common vagrant. As for the other workers, look for their uniforms and the tattoo on their forearm. Melisentilia takes out a portable device and shows you an image of a set of symbols. We need to discuss the search for your agent. If it helps you to complete your assignment more quickly, then let's talk. Where should I start looking for Agent Scraig? Were the reports not informative enough? Scraig last contact me from the swamps. We can start there. Alright, I think we finished all the topics. Let's go to Lower Town. Alright, so Sister Sector rotten fish. Okay, so this is rotten fish. That means that if we find the rotten fish here again, we won't have to talk to the head of the divers, Calby. Yeah, this is rotten fish. Alright. May the God Emperor bless you, Honorable Master. How can rotten fish help you? I'm looking for Sibellius' tomb. They say you often tell the locals about the saint. Perhaps you know where he was buried. Her dry hands rise solemnly in the sign of the Aquila. She bows her head and recites a litany. Protects, but how could she know? Rotten fish knows he lived here and was buried somewhere around here. But any fish in the sea can tell you that, and if she did know where his grave was, she'd have told everyone by now, so they'd all praise him. If anyone could know where the tomb of Saint Sibelius is, it would be Confessor Ersimus. He's a learned man, even knows how to read and write. Rottenfish turns her head toward the swamps. Fish's Nan, may the memory of her live forever, used to say there was another way around somewhere. She sought that sacred place too, wandering through the swamps, spent her whole life looking, and in the end she died with a heavy heart. It was she who brought the fate to rotten fish. At night, she would recite the verse about Sibelius the Infallible, our blessed guardian. Find locals who know about the tomb of Sibelius. And so our words of praise to silent grief gave way. Our holy saint now abides in eternal life. Activate Vox recording mode on the servo osarium. Can you recite the Hope Psalm of Sibelius the Infallible? She leans forward, her eyes shine with excitement, and the stench seems to grow even stronger. Sure, rotten fish will tell you. Listen. O soldier infallible Sibelius saint, the archenemy crashing with your sure hand, protecting humanity from inhuman taint, the equal of war machines across the land. All banners and Aquilas were his to claim, incorrupt in our memory he will not fade, for he dethroned the tyrant to rule his domain, but to our anguish unending he was betrayed. Sibelius the good became a traitor's prey, his flesh our hopes rent asunder by villain's knife, and so our words of praise to silent grief gave way, our holy saint now abides in eternal life. Recite the psalm of Sibelius one more time. Sure, Rottenfish will tell you, listen. Alright, I think it's the same thing. Yeah. Don't know why it's necessary to hear the psalm twice. May the God Emperor show you the way and Sibelius guide you through it. Alright. Oh, Vox recording of Rotten Fisher Station. Maybe we need this for something. This is a quest item apparently. Alright. Next. I do not want to go to the brown marshes yet. I'm going to go to the upper town. Okay, I need to go here. Stonehead. Yeah, we need to talk to Stonehead. I'm looking for the shrine of Saint Sibellius. I have reason to believe you know something about it. Stonehead swallows nervously, moistening his dry lips. I know nothing about it, none more than anyone else anyway. They say he's buried somewhere here in the Marisportum sectoris. Where exactly, nobody knows. My great-grandfather told me a lot about him. He even had a book of some sort. My father sold it later, though. But don't execute me. I was just a snotty kid back then. I didn't know you'd need that book. Maybe this will help you remember? The bandage chest puffs up with satisfaction as he takes the coins, quickly stashing them away in the depths of his tattered jacket. I have no idea where the shrine is. The only thing I know is that my great-grandfather used to pray in the swamp. He said the God Emperor could be heard better there. That's all I know, I swear. Alright. Now let's talk to Confessor Persimus. Rotten Fish believes that the Confessor knows about the tomb. I'm looking into the missing panel. Will you answer a few questions? Ask, brother. I will gladly seek the lost and bring them the word of repentance. There are crates next to your refuge, the very same kind that went missing from the excavation site. These containers have been ours for many years, brother. The Ministorum gave them to us along with supplies. We chose not to throw away such useful vessels and kept the remnants of our rations in them. Walk through the town, you will find many in every corner. Tell me about the flock. Alright. The flock of repentance stored leftover rations in the prize line crates. The rations had been given to Confessor Ersimus from the upper levels of the hive before the first seaquake. Alright. There's an area here where I haven't been. Alright. Can we go up now? Yes, we can. Goods. Toxin grenades. And a bunch of junk. Okay, we can also go up here. Not sure if there's anything. There is not. Alright, I'm not sure. Nice. Oh, we can perform latte ritual here. Ratchet twitches his hand as if shaking off drops of water. Are you imagining it, or are the xenos' slender fingers trembling? What's wrong with your hands? Residual sensations. Sometimes the Imperium affects the bodily senses and makes one feel something that is not there. What is the song about? Ratchet shakes his head, the modulations beyond the veil. The call of the Empyrean endlessly reflected in the confines of one's own awareness. I cannot explain it to you any better, small creature. What do you mean you can't explain it better? Your language which we use to communicate is too primitive to convey so complex a spectrum of meanings. And, since language shapes the mind, your mind lacks the capacity to comprehend what I might try to convey to you. Haven't you noticed that your explanations can be very condescending? Perhaps, or perhaps you are interpreting my statements of facts as injuries to your own vanity. The Eldari makes a conciliatory gesture with his hand, and that will do for questions. Can we move on? We are not yet done with this settlement and its mysteries. I must still go to another place where the veil is thin. Alright, so there's a third place of power where Alatir must make his ritual. The other one was here. Maybe the third one is on this map too. Perhaps I should find a spot where I haven't been. There's loot here and here. It's just that I can't see it for whatever reason. Yeah, I think it's somewhere around here. That's weird. Oh, that's exactly where it should be. But there's actually nothing here. Fine. Can't go up. Nope, there's nothing here. Okay, there's something here. Okay, maybe I can go this way and drop down, maybe. Alright. Yeah. Oh, lower down. How do I get here? That's weird. Fine, let's go to lower down. Okay. We are just above these guys. Oh, what's this? Okay, I'm not sure what was that. Oh, there was a guy inside and I got him out, but he disappeared. Oh, there's something here. Oh, this is Colby. Oh, alright. What the hell? Where are you going? Okay, what's with this guy? The smell of sweat in the crowd mixes with a strange sour chemical tank. All eyes are fixed on the improvised platform and the man in a work coverall standing there. The God Emperor delights in the suffering of transgressors, and this pitiful son of a heretic deserves torment above all others. Based on the nature of the wounds and the behavior of the accused, I am certain that further contact with this liquid would be fatal. A momentary dash of disgust shows on Epione's features, which she swiftly conceals beneath a mask of detachment. What is this man accused of? The scoundrel dared to doubt the glory of the God Emperor and his will. The miserable worm dared to crave more than was allotted to him. He meant to... The ringleader freezes, holding an awkward theatrical pose. Flee through the gateway. A whisper of terror runs through the crowd. It seems the locals regard the world beyond the gateway as a strange, lofty place beyond mortal reach. The Eldari scoffs darkly. Your ideas about proportional justice are painful, rudimentary. Come to your senses. This man has done nothing wrong. Dreaming of a better lot is not a crime. You are mistaken, acolyte, but now is neither the time nor the place for preaching. Whispers course through the crowd. The people trade looks and drop their eyes as though awakened from a disgraceful delirium. But how? We're doing this for his soul. Stop torturing people. Yeah, okay, nothing happened. That's weird. Really, nothing happened. Must be a bug or something. Okay, there's a bunch of loot here. Keykeeper. Nice. Alright. Okay, we can jump on this side. Fire grenade. What's this? Keep of the champion. The wearer gains 2 morale if they did not suffer damage last round. And another armor for Cog. Okay, so I'm definitely putting this on the acolyte, on my main character. And I believe the armor is the same. No, it's better. Cog's origin world. Background. Anyway, let's put this on. Oh my god, 88 armor. Whoa. That means that it applies the 25% armor durability bonus. And it looks awesome. Alright. Alright, we have another. Oh, we can go down. Can we go down? Maybe? Guess we'll see. Yes, I believe we can. A rope is needed. Okay. Okay, we need ropes. Fine. Oh, we can clear this? What? The box emits a quiet hiss. Remind me who can authorize my exit? Oh, okay, this is the entrance. This is where we started the game. Cracked data slate. A man in sumptuous clothing is shown on the cracked screen. The pic bears a caption. Istebal Barleduc went missing 2 weeks ago, last seen in the Marisportum Sectoris. Appearance, blonde hair, green eyes, wearing a red jacket with a gold-colored scarf around his neck. Height above average, build slender. Identifying features, gold implant in place of his right hand, tattoo of 2 skulls on his left leg. The picture bears a... Alright, let's collect this. Alright, we need... Oh, I forgot to talk to the keykeeper. Maybe he has a key for this door. The key of an outdated model has been found. Position the keys for the padlock on the storage room. Perfect. Maybe we find some ropes in there. What? Didn't we get the key? Still the key. Oh, okay. Alright. So we need to wait for him to sleep, I think. Let me check something. Oh, all right. Got rid of the injury. Alright. See if we can steal it now. That's weird. The huge gear converted into a water wheel is supposed to power the generator, but actually only compromises its integrity. Okay, we've been here. We can't go up here. And I can't get the key. That's weird. Fine. Alright, we will continue to search for Sibellius' tomb in the next episode. We did some good progress today. Got some very nice items, good gear. Thank you everyone for watching and see you in the next episode. Take care, bye bye.